Hi, my name's Aaron. This is Life After Injury. Me Now, YouTube channel pretty much primarily made for discussing life after a traumatic injury or traumatic event, or if you just need to hear someone complain for a couple of minutes, I'm your guy. Today's episode, sorry, it's getting blurry. Today's episode is primarily on panic attacks and seizures after a TBI. Myself, I've been living with a traumatic brain injury for over 3 years now. Post-concussion syndrome and a whole slew of other injuries that kind of just happened when I had my accident. So it just kind of snowballs, which is unfortunate. I don't believe I had panic attacks prior to my accident, but to be completely open, everything prior to my accident is like someone else's memories. They're not necessarily mine. I don't know how to explain that. I feel like I'm watching a movie of someone else's life. I can recall them, not so vividly, like if somebody brings something up, but individual recall, just like myself alone, it's almost impossible. I have to be in a conversation, something has to strike some kind of connection to a memory, and then I'm like, oh man, yeah, that happened, I think. Seizures and panic attacks are two of the most difficult aspects that I deal with, I would say, almost daily. I always have this constant feeling of panic now. I can't identify people properly anymore, so I feel like I'm kind of short with everyone. I have a hard time recognizing faces. So especially after a seizure or something like that, like after I have a seizure, my brain is bleached. Like I feel like, in Doctor Strange, when the bald whoever hits him in the chest and he like astral projects out of himself, a lot of the time that's how I feel, like not quite in my body, not 100% in control. I feel like my brain has gone from high-speed internet to like smoke signals on a windy day. So that's great. Seizures seem to destroy me, but that we're kind of jumping ahead, I think. So let's stick with panic attacks. So after my injury, I'm in this constant state of panic, this constant state of like the sky is falling. And there's nothing that makes that stop. Sedation helps, and it's terrible to have to say like pharmaceuticals are the best way to tackle some of these issues, but unfortunately it seems to be the only thing that's worked. I've tried going for walks, I've tried breathing exercises, I've tried nerve therapy, I've tried acupuncture, I've tried chiropractic, I've tried massage, I've tried yoga. Yoga is very difficult after a TBI because if you hold your breath, you're jumping into symptom world, and that's not good in a social setting. Panic attacks are like, it's like you're dying. It's like your body's telling you like, this is it. We've had a run. Was it a good run? Who knows? But I can't breathe. I feel like my lungs collapse. I get the shakes. I sweat profusely, and those panic attacks, they kind of happen every day. I've gotten really good at just being stoic-faced, because like half of this, my face, like you can kind of tell, there's a little more, I can't feel it, like I don't have as much control over my facial expressions as I used to. Like I feel tired, and my eyes hurt all the time, so just having my eyes open hurts, because my vision's screwed. It feels like there's too much water, like moisture in the air, like there's too much granulated density, and then to mention like never-ending vertigo, and the floors are always tilting and the walls kind of move. So I'm dealing with a whole slew of things happening while someone's trying to talk to me about anything, and other than having a massive head injury. I can't figure out what's going on a lot of the time, and I feel like I'm going to puke because my depth sensories are going crazy, and my equilibrium's off, and so all that stuff just becomes more heightened during a panic attack. And if I puke, it's like game over. That's right into in bed for like a week in absurd pain. So panic attacks, like what I do if I get one, I can't move this shoulder, it's like, tore it out. So I'll stand up in like as tall as I can and reach for the sky, and just kind of tell myself like it's just a panic attack. You're not always sure if it is, but you might as well just lie to yourself. And just try to stand in that pose to try to recontrol command over your breath, and good luck. It's terrible. It's it's so awful. So I think a lot of you, if you're watching this, you most likely understand how absolutely terrible panic attacks are, and I haven't found a way to completely master them yet, and I'm not going to sit here for 10 minutes and explain to you things that don't really work for me. I think it works different ways for different people, and I hope you find the way that works best for you. I'm not here to push what works for me onto you, other than that power stance seems to work a little bit. But you have to take into consideration you could pass out and smack your head again. Seizures, I don't know how, seizures are so terrible. All of your muscles and tendons just grip and knot and twist, and I can kind of tell when they're happening now, because I'll get like electric worms in my vision, and like they'll just kind of swirl and everything. I'll just get to the point where nothing makes sense, and I'll be sweating and dry heaving up to the point of seizing. My most recent seizure lasted like 20 to 30 minutes. While I was seizing, I tore my rotator cuff in my delt. I don't know how that happened. I must have got my arm up around my head or something weird. So that's something that I have to deal with also. Now my stupid arm doesn't work. Seizures, I'm terrified of them. I don't want to ever have another one. I know I will. Some of them, you're not even sure if you're going to survive it. I can hear people when it's happening, but I can't react. Like, I can't talk or anything. I'll kind of go in and out of consciousness, which is nice. I'd rather pass out for them, but my eyes don't work the same after. I feel like now they're getting longer and more aggressive, and it just seems to erase so much of me. Makes me, it's so terrible. I can't think after them. My hand-eye coordination is way off. My mannerisms become childish. It's terrible. I've had them prior when I was working, when I thought I could work, when I was foolishly just trying to believe that I didn't have a permanent injury. I didn't want to accept that this was how my life is going to be permanently. I just kept thinking if I tried hard and just kept trying, that I would be able to push through this, and I was wrong. I was dead wrong, but bills don't stop coming in. There are opportunities for you when you've hit your head, but people will hand you a giant stack of papers like this, and you're like, I have a brain injury. I can't do that. I can barely play video games now. So you really have to self-advocate, and that closes a lot of doors. If you're lucky, you have somebody around who can assist you in filling out these forms and papers and documents, and really kind of keep you on track. But that's somebody else taking time out of their life to baby you. And I'm almost 40 now. I've been hurt. I got hurt in 2018, so all these years of just being on the sideline and not being able to participate in life. And then, the peaks and valleys of this injury alone, there's been times where I've been feeling pretty good. Trying to get back into like light jogging. I tried to consistently go to the gym because I know once your liver gets fatty, or like if you stop working out, your body can start to fall apart pretty quickly. And as much as it hurts to exercise, it does kind of feel like I'm fighting back against the nerve pain, or I'm fighting back against the seizure that I had a couple days prior, or a couple weeks prior. Depending on how long it takes for me to be able to think that I can exercise a little bit. Heavy weights is completely out of the question. Sprinting's out of the question. I tried to play a baseball game about, I don't even know, probably like summer of 2019, maybe, before the world fell apart. I think the first 2 games I did okay, but like after that I was like, I didn't know what was going on, and couldn't swing and hit the ball anymore, and like I don't remember the whole day. The day after that was a complete disaster, nightmare. I think I missed a bit of work after that. So it's rough. It's rough. This is a super rough injury. Seizures and panic attacks are like the worst thing, and I hope that if you found a way to combat them better than I have, or you can articulate better than me, I'm so close to just full-blown dead brain. Please leave it in the comments. If you have a link to something that may be beneficial for someone else or myself, please put it in there into the comments. I'm not trying to make money off this or anything. I feel hopeless a lot. I definitely flirt with the idea of suicide off and on a regular basis. I just don't want to do it. I have nieces and nephews, and I don't think I want to show them that it's that easy to give up. I don't want that. I don't want my life decisions to irreparably damage somebody else's idea of what they can succeed. I don't want them to think that suicide is some kind of gene ingrained in them, and like they could go that route also. I don't want that. Does it seem like a wonderful option a lot? Yeah, about a week in bed, and you still don't know what's going on, and like rent's coming up, and you want to get back to work somehow, and it's so terrible. But what can you do? What can you do? So I don't want this video to be depressing, so I'm probably going to wrap it up here. What I would say, let's kind of end this on a positive note, is that there are good times, kind of, and you do have to put yourself out there, and it's hard. Especially I can't wear a mask; it f's me up. And look, like I have like this massive. Looks like I have a M&M glued to my face. I got like a pore infection from wearing them. I don't know. I think the M95s are okay. They actually do stuff, but like the blue ones, I don't know. I can't breathe. I can't breathe with them on. I don't know. Actually, I can't breathe with any of them on. So I don't know what. It's very difficult. It's very difficult to have an injury that excludes you from what people think is like mandatory. Oh, you put that mask on, you terrorist, and you're like, I'll have a seizure. I don't know what to tell you, but I cannot do this. Like, you don't have the authority to dictate if I'm going to spend the next 3 weeks in bed because I put on a mask for 20 minutes. It's terrible. Usually after I put on a mask, I have a seizure. It's terrible. So I'm pretty like, I'm not doing this. I'm not saying that masks don't help. I'm not saying that masks shouldn't be worn if you're not feeling good. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm just saying for myself personally, I can't do it. I would love to participate in these rules, but I have to self-advocate and say I have to respectfully decline your offer to spend a week in bed for no reason. So that was not positive, I don't think. Maybe I can't be positive today, and that's okay. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to get frustrated. It's okay to be upset and have a little pity party for yourself. Just, know that that won't get you anywhere. It's okay to be upset and frustrated. It is okay to vocalize your feelings, and you're going through a very difficult time. If you're post-injury, or if you're just brand new to a head injury or any kind of life traumatic event, can cause you to spiral, I suppose. And I would prefer to be the person that reaches out and catches someone spiraling out of control than the person who points and laughs and doesn't try to help. I think there's enough of us that are hurt and going through hard times that we can rely on each other and create a positive community where we can say, hey, this is happening in my life, or I'm going through this, or I'm experiencing this symptom, or like, has anyone gone through this, and create a dialogue that's inclusive, not exclusive, where all opinions and theories of thought are allowed, and you can kind of slowly itemize, like, oh, okay, this is an idea that I never thought of, or this is a particular event or action that I hadn't even considered attempting. I know I have a lot of down days. I'm having a down day today. I've lost my why. I've lost my why I want to continue in life. And, just like Peter Pan, I gotta find my happy thoughts and get back out there. So I hope I can be that happy thought for you. I hope that you found something out of this video. I don't know, I can't remember what I said, but I'm just going to post it anyway once I remember how to post it. Thanks for tuning in. All we have is each other, and I hope any challenges that you had, you've overcome, and any challenges you couldn't overcome this week, you overcome the pressure of not being able to tackle them. Not every day is going to be a success, and not every day is going to be a loss. Stay strong. From myself and Big Captain Cheese over there having a nap, I wish you all the best. Take care of yourself.